Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Uta. Today I have Hannah again and we're going to do part 2 of question and answers. Right, my first question is, does our past play a role when we become Christian?
Would you like to explain a bit more on that?
Yeah, I'll give a sample about myself. So people that know me in the past, if they see me right now, they wouldn't even believe I'm talking about Christ or I've changed. They will judge me probably if they knew me back in the days. So would they play a role now will they play a role now that I'm Christian?
It shouldn't play a role. But I don't know, what do you mean by like play a role? Like,
you know how people judge anyway? Like now that they see me, if they knew me in the past, then they see me now, they wouldn't even believe that I'm believing in Christ and I'm reading the Bible. I'm going to church. Obviously, they know that I was going to church, but now you have changed. But they wouldn't say that way. They'll still see me.
We shouldn't play a role in your life. I think maybe it might affect you, but it shouldn't affect you. I think for them, if they're Christians, they shouldn't be thinking like that because people can change, and when you come into Christ, you become a new creation. So that past life is your past life. If you're not doing that anymore, you're not showing signs that you're doing that stuff anymore, then I don't see why they should be saying, oh, you haven't changed, you're still the same person. So if that was happening to them now, how they feel people say to them, oh, but you haven't changed, you're still the same person, just because you're reading the Bible and you go to church and you're a Christian, so to say, doesn't mean that you changed, but you have. I also think that if they're not a Christian and they're thinking like that, then it's still not right, but I see where they're coming from because they probably don't understand like Christianity properly. But no, it shouldn't affect you. And I think but depending on what the thing is, if you're allowing it,
depends what you did in the past.
Depends what you did in the past. If you're allowing it to come back and creep into your life, and you're starting to slowly go that way, then of course it's going to affect you. But if you're avoiding,
so let me put this way. You know how if someone drinks a lot in the past, and he have given his life to Christ, but he start drinking again, would that affect his Christianity or something like that? Because they've gone back to the old ways.
It can. Well, it depends, because drinking is a big issue. Not a big issue, but it's one of those like controversial topics, because some people say yes you can drink, some people say no you can't drink. Like, where do you stand? But we even talked about this on Sunday, with Pastor. I mean, I can't remember what scripture he gave, but I think it was Paul that said it, that if you want to, what was it again? I think I was talking to people who want to become like elders or pastors or something, that if you want to drink, you basically can drink but don't be drunk. Something along those lines, I can't remember. But if you're going to drink
wisely.
Everyone, you know your limits. Everybody, you know your limits. Let's not even pretend. You know your limits. So don't drink, be drunk. If you know that what you're going to do is going to affect your brother, sister, with brethren, I would advise you not to do it, because you don't know how that's going to affect their salvation, especially someone that's new and they've come into Christ and you're just drinking anyhow and they see you, they're going to think, oh, okay, it's cool to drink, but you're not meant to get drunk. And it's okay to maybe have like a sip or like a little bit, but don't
drink but don't get drunk,
and be wise. You know your limits.
It says, how important is it to pray? How important is it to pray?
Is it to pray?
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't find it hard to say that bit.
Is it to pray? It's very important to pray. That's your way of communicating with God. Yes, God knows everything, but that doesn't mean that you stop talking to him. You still need
to keep saying that. He knows everything, so why do I have to talk to you? Let's say you're a mother, your son needs a shoe. You just go get the shoe for your son, isn't it? You don't wait for your son to come and ask you, Mom, can you get me the shoe? You know you need it.
Okay, but then sometimes God knows that you need something and he's done it for you, but it depends on your obedience to him and whether you're listening to him. And if you don't, it's not going to happen. Well, not that it's not going to happen, but you're not going to get it in the way that you expect it to happen. Well, you know, let me just start that whole thing again. If you want something from God and God knows that you need it, maybe it's there already, but because your disobedience and you're not listening to him and not being in tune with him, you'd have missed it.
Right.
So like that, I don't know, can I give an example? That job or promotion you want is there, but you're meant to do X, Y, Z, but you're doing your own thing. You're not consulting God, you're not seeking God, you're not giving him the glory, you're not saying, you know, like, God help me. And then you expect like it to just fall in lap. Like, no, let's be wise here, people. Like, come on.
He says, what's the difference between reincarnation and resurrection?
Reincarnation, if I'm correct, that's when you die and become someone or something else. Like or you're born.
But when you die and you come back in a different form.
Or when you're born and like, you know, like I think the Indians. Like, I can't remember who it is. I saw on TV once that this baby was born and like she had like bare limbs and they said it was like she was the reincarnation of their gods. I think the elephant with the arms whatever god it was that had like the bare arms. They said the child was basically the reincarnation of their gods. So I think it's when you die and become something else, or when you're born and
you come in the form of someone else.
Yeah. A resurrection is like when you die and you wake up but you're still the same person.
When Jesus did the one that Jesus did to crazy.
Is there?
Yeah.
Oh, but it's true.
It says that God answers our prayer. Yes, it does.
Yeah.
But I answered my question already.
Yes.
But we don't. I think he does, yes, but not in our own time. In his time, isn't it?
Yeah.
But why?
Because God knows what's best for you. He knows the perfect timing for when you're meant to get something. So if I want,
let's say a baby.
Okay, say if I want a baby, and I want the baby like now.
Yeah, because people are asking you when is the baby coming? You're married. How long is it gonna take? If you do that, isn't it?
First of all, if you do that, you need to stop that because that's really annoying. Like, don't do that. Like,
it's annoying.
For me, it's annoying because I know it happened to me, and I was only married. I mean, I fell pregnant within the year that I was married. But even before I fell pregnant, people were already like saying, like, when are you gonna get pregnant? When's the baby comes? Like,
the very day that you get married
first? Exactly. Do you know what I mean? Like, can I enjoy my marriage first?
Yeah,
and then there's people who don't give birth until, or they don't get pregnant until like 10 years into their marriage. Doesn't mean that there's something necessarily wrong with them. One, it could be the fact that they just wanted to wait that long, respect their wishes. Two, it just could be because I'm getting a heat because
I can tell.
Two, it could be because it's just not their time. God does things for reasons, for many reasons, which some we may know why, some we may not know why. Until like maybe after, you'll know why. I'll give an example for myself. When I was at uni, I was doing my driving lessons and stuff like that. And I was like, proper force and pushing it to pass. And I didn't pass. I went and took my test, I think twice, my driving test twice. And both times I failed. The first time I failed, I still don't think it was my fault. It was the other driver's fault. It was the driving instructor's fault, the examiner, because he was like, oh, stop the car. If I carried on going, I'd been fine. But I was like, okay, cool, whatever. Second time, I knew I was going to hit the curb. But I still hit the curb. I didn't stop myself and go forward and come back. So I had to do the reverse round the corner. I knew I was going to hit the curb, but I still went ahead and carried on. And I was kicking myself for it. But looking back on it now, I'm thankful that I didn't pass then. And I passed like 5 years, how many years ago? Because if I had passed back then, I wouldn't have been able to afford like the keeping the maintenance of the car, biofuel, car insurance, the MOT, the tax, all of that. I wouldn't have been able to afford it because the job I was in at the time, it wasn't enough money coming in for me to have that car and all of that. So now that when I did pass, I was like, wow, like, God, I thank you that I actually didn't pass. That's what I mean, like, God does things in his own time, so there could be a reason why. But we're so in this world now, we just want everything now.
Yeah.
But yeah, but why? Like, why rush?
Because was example that you said on like the baby, if you're married and you have that in-law that is always on your neck, like when is the baby coming? When is the baby coming? And you're praying to God. Sometimes you want to divert because it's not happening. So you think God have abandoned you. So you're going to look for other solutions.
That's dangerous, though. Do you know how dangerous that is? Because you think like, because of pressure from people, you think, oh, let me just take matters into my own hands. Like, what's the name in the Bible? Abraham and Sarah. Sarah's like, well, I'm not getting a baby, so, Hagar and Abraham do the thing and get the baby. But that's, you're taking matters into your own hands. Like, just
but she saw that her husband was getting old and she's getting old as well.
But did she not have her baby in the end?
Yeah, but she had it when she was 90 something.
She still had the baby.
Yeah, but you can't put that in our days now. I mean, no.
How old is what's the name? Janet Jackson when she had a baby? What, 50?
Yeah, but that's her. She is rich and whatever. She doesn't even have the in-laws. Sorry if I said this wrong, but she doesn't even have the in-laws, coming to her or something like that.
Yeah.
Some people, typically African.
Yes.
The in-laws are, thank God my in-law is good, so.
Am I?
So you see, but not everyone get that good in-law to say, okay, I'll support you, even if the baby's not coming. I'll support you. And we pray together. They don't. It's like
she's eating.
You've already eaten all your baby, or you've already done whatever. That's in the movie. They're always saying that in the movie. So see, God answer your prayer, but in His own time. So have patience and wait.
No, seriously, it's really important to have patience because, like I said, if you take matters into your own hands, and then when the blessing actually does come, you're going to regret taking things into your own hands. And it's not giving God the glory. So, I mean, you're not actually acknowledging Him and you're not showing your testimony through Him because you're doing things in your own hands. You can't go and have a baby outside of your marriage with someone else and say that it's between you and your husband's baby, and then come and say, oh, glory to God. Like, what do you mean? Glory to who? God didn't tell you to go and do that, okay? Yeah. So, no, be patient. That's the subject here. It really gets...
I know. Enjoy married life.
I know I've heard of some people who their parents have said to them, say they're planning their wedding with their partner. So, why don't you just fall pregnant now? So by the time you're married, the baby will come soon.
Yeah.
That is so wrong. Don't ever do that. That's so wrong. So wrong.
Right. It says, what's the benefit? Well, what benefit could someone have going to church? If you go to church, what benefit will you get?
Ooh. It depends what church you go to. If you're going to a church that is like believes strongly in God and not one of those, I'm sorry to say, but one of those fake churches that it's all about prophecy, it's all about getting money, it's all about prosperity and all of that. If you go to proper church, you will, if you're ready and you're paying attention, you will receive a lot of things. As long as you're doing you. Do you know what I mean? You're not coming to church to watch people, you're not coming to church to do fashion show, you're not coming to church to look for your wife or your husband. It's true though, if this is the way some people dress to church, you think, okay, like,
I know,
I'm not saying you can't dress up to church, dress up in it, but some days just chill, just
relax, don't go over your limit.
But some people go to church, give that, thank you. Some people go to church for the wrong reasons. And if you're doing that, you're not going to receive anything because your heart's not in it. You're not paying attention, you're not listening to the word, you're not taking the word and applying it to your daily life, you're not reflecting on what the message has been said. Even if it's not the message, even if it's just praise and worship, some people, for me, if I miss praise and worship,
it's like you miss everything.
Yeah, it kind of kills my flow. Like, no, I can't have that. It kind of kills my flow for the rest of the service. I need to have that praise and worship to kickstart it off. Yeah, so what's the question again? Sorry, he distracted me.
Oh,
the benefits,
benefit.
So it depends on what you're looking for.
Let's say I go to church, just you already said it. For husband, that's my. I'm already married, but don't get me wrong. I mean, some people go to church for husband. So all I'm going to church is for me to find a husband in church. That's all I want. Is it good to have that idea?
No. I mean, it's good to desire to want to have a husband or wife. But if that's your sole reason for going to church, you're missing the point of church. You're just missing the whole concept of it, because the church isn't the building, the church is the people. We make the church.
We make the church. Listen, we make the church.
Without the hands, like we have a hand, but without the fingers, our hand can't really do much. And even with our feet, like even our little toe, do you know what I mean? If it wasn't there, we don't know why it's there, but if it was missing, it may throw it off balance. Do you know what I mean? We all need to work together. But if it comes to church and like, yeah, I'm coming to my own thing and look for my wife or look for my husband, you're not being a part of the church. You're not fellowship with each other. You're just there for your own
reason.
Yeah, for your own reason, for your own sake. But if I was God, yeah, and you'll come to church, and you'll come to church, just look for your wife, I'll be like, nah, I'll make you wait like 100 years. Yeah.
Well, then I'll go out and find some of us, isn't it? Because the more you make me wait, the more I don't want to come to church, because that's the only reason why I'm coming. And maybe I find some handsome man in the church. So me coming to church just to see that man.
Okay, but then that handsome man, who says that's your husband?
I don't know.
Exactly. So because you're being impatient, you're going to go and marry some handsome man and then marry him and then be miserable for the rest of your life.
That's true.
That's why you have to be patient.
Patience is the key. It is the key to everything. Right. Can you lose your faith?
Yes. I've seen like people lose their faith. I actually went to school with one girl. Like she was proper on fire for God. Like when we were in college in sixth form, she was proper on fire for God. And she was hanging around with like these girls, and then from there, like her faith just
went down.
Yeah, it just went out the window. I mean, I don't know if she still believes in God now, but from what I saw, like she had completely changed. Like from her dressing to her speech to like her body language, everything had just changed. And I was like, wow, like, and that can happen just from hanging around with the wrong people. So yeah, I think you can lose your faith. I think sometimes as well, like if something traumatic happens, yeah, sometimes you can lose your faith in God because you think, oh, why has this happened? But everything happens for a reason. I think if you're strong in your faith now and something does happen, you'll be able to hold firm. Why say no?
Because this thing has already happened to us before, and it's not like you. It's like, why? The question was like, why did you abandon me that moment that I needed you, and you want me to have faith in you? Why? You weren't there for me, but you want me to be there for you?
How do you know he wasn't there for you though?
Huh?
How do you know he wasn't there for
you? Because he wasn't.
Yeah, but how do you know?
But if he was there, the thing wouldn't have even happened.
I disagree. Okay, Job. Let's take Job for example. God allowed him to go through certain trials, but in the end, did he still not carry on glorifying God?
He did, but Job is back then, wasn't it? In the Bible, but in reality.
That was reality.
No, I mean, yeah, but we weren't there. It was written in the Bible. See, some people even say the Bible is just telling us stories. How do we know? Job didn't lose faith. He get it, but in our days, it's not so easy to not lose faith.
I'm gonna have to disagree with you. I'm sorry. I think it depends on where your mind is at and where you are in your walk as well. Because I mean, there's times where, like I said, things will happen. Like even non-Christians will be like, "Oh, if there is a God, then why did this happen?" Blah blah blah. But then, I don't know, for me, it's like, okay, I don't know whether you're talking about yourself, yeah. Whatever it is that you went through, how do you know that God didn't let that thing happen for a reason, to make you a stronger person, to make you be able to make you use that as a testimony to help others who may be going through the same situation. So maybe he wants you to become a counsellor, but that was the way he wanted you. That's the way that he wanted you to go down.
Why would you use a bad way, like whatever happens, to let me be a better person? Why can't I just be a better person with everything okay?
And do you think that would have really happened?
No.
Okay, rest my case. The thing is, we expect things to happen so easily, and we think that things should be done in a certain way. But that's not how God works. If we have things so easy, then they will not really learn anything. You're just gonna carry on like, okay, yeah, you know, life's cool. But no, we have to go. Christ went through trials and tribulations, and we're meant to be like him and walk. Yes.
No, it can't be like him.
Okay, we can't like be like him, but obviously we've got to follow in his footsteps. He went through it, then we're gonna go through it. But it's your attitude towards that thing that's gonna determine where you stand in your faith. If you're just gonna see it as, oh, God doesn't love me, oh, why did he let this happen to me, like I'm God in it, then your faith wasn't that strong in the first place.
So,
it's like when you get the good things, they're like, yeah, hey God, hey. Okay.
So what doesn't kill you make you stronger, basically?
Yeah, I mean, I've been through some tough times, but I'm not saying, I don't know what it is you went through, but maybe mine wasn't as bad, or mine was as bad, I don't know. But so if, like, what I went through, now, like, if I had been like really bad, I can be like, oh, do you know, you've done this, like, I'm just gonna go do my own thing, I'm gonna move out, and do whatever. But I didn't, and now I thank God I didn't, because it's made me a stronger person. And all the young people that I'm coming in contact with, they're all kind of going through the same similar situations. Like, just, remember I was talking to you about some stuff that you've gone through now, and I said I was going through the same thing. I'm able to share my past and help you and help others to be able to overcome that situation they're going through. If I had neglected God and like, forget it, all these young people come to me, what am I supposed to say to them? I'm like, yeah, right, I'm something free, man, like, forget them. That's the wrong attitude.
Yeah, that's true.
So don't think of your situation as a bad thing, or like, God doesn't love me. No.
Right. What doesn't kill you make you strong. We're gonna end here. So thank you for tuning with me. You can like, share, and subscribe. Bye.
Bye.